Welcome to our video about strong artificial intelligence. Strong artificial intelligence is a term used to describe certain mindset of artificial intelligence development. That its goal is to develop artificial intelligence to the point where machines' intellectual capabilities are functionally equal to human. Its main thesis is that there can exist an appropriately programmed machine that is not a tool for studying human minds. Rather, it's really a mind in the sense that we can say that the machine understands and has other cognitive states. In 1977, Shank and Abelson published a paper where they presented their work of developing a machine that was programmed to listen to stories and start answering questions about it, even though the information has not been said explicitly in the story. For example, suppose you give the machine the following story. A man went into a restaurant and ordered a hamburger. When the hamburger arrived, it was burned to a crisp, and the man stormed out of the restaurant angrily, without paying for the hamburger or leaving a tip. Now, if you ask the machine, did the man eat the hamburger? It will answer, no, he didn't. Similarly, if the story was, a man went into a restaurant and ordered a hamburger. When the hamburger came, he was very pleased with it, and as he left the restaurant, he gave the waitress a large tip before paying his bill, and asked it the question, did the man eat the hamburger? It will answer, yes, he ate the hamburger. According to these results, the authors claimed that the machine can be said to understand stories and provide answers to questions based on understanding. And the machine explains the human ability to understand stories and answer questions about it. John Searle, who is an American philosopher, saw that these conclusions seemed to be unsupported by the work done. He refused such conclusions about the capabilities of machines to think and understand. Searle proposed the Chinese room argument, a thought experiment that is as follows. Imagine that you are a native English speaker with zero knowledge of Chinese language. You are locked in a room where you found some Chinese writings. For sure, these writings seem like meaningless drawings to you. Imagine further that someone behind the door of the room sent you some other Chinese writings associated with some instructions in English on how you can relate the first batch of Chinese writings to the second, and how to send back some symbols based on the writings you got. For the man outside, he calls the first batch of Chinese writings story, and the English instructions program, and the second batch of Chinese writings questions, and the symbols you send back answers. Following Shank and Abelson conclusions, your answers reflect that you understood the story, and this is what Searle refused. He said that all what you're actually doing in the room is just manipulating some uninterpreted symbols without a real understanding of what they actually mean. Understanding is more related to meaning association with symbols from his point of view. Searle assumes that the locked person behavior regarding the Chinese writings is exactly the same as the computer following instructions or the program to manipulate the uninterpreted symbol. To conclude, Searle found it obvious that the guy in the room does not understand in Chinese word despite his correct answers. The same for Shank's machine. It does not understand anything but just manipulating some symbols. Moreover, the program and computer do not provide sufficient conditions for understanding, since there is no understanding at all. This leads to the last conclusion of Searle, that strong artificial intelligence is just a myth. Since its emergence in 1980, the Chinese room argument has sparked discussions across disciplines. Despite many philosophers and cognitive scientists see it as a well-established argument, many objections and replies to the Chinese room argument have been raised. Some of these objections can be found through the links provided in the description section below the video. This is all what we have for today. If you would like to, you can share your opinion with us through the comments. Tell us what you think about the concept of strong artificial intelligence. Your opinions are always welcomed. Thank you.